Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, please hit the subscribe button so you can see all the material and content that I do on this channel. So, this is a tax-free millionaire blueprint. And here we talk about taxes, we talk about celebrities, we talk about stories, all relating back to taxes and finances and how it affects real people and celebrities as well. So we have a story today. Reports are saying that Kevin Hart and his wife Eniko Hart are getting a divorce. It says that basically, as of late April 2026, unsubstantiated rumors and social media posts, because this is alleged, suggest potential marital tension between Kevin Hart and Eniko Hart, with some unverified reports claiming a divorce over disagreements regarding child support payments for his older children. However, these are allegations and not confirmed by major news outlets. Okay, so these are allegations, and it says that Kevin Hart and his wife Eniko Hart are having some issues and disagreements regarding child support. Now that's a big one because we all know that Kevin Hart has two children with his first wife, uh, Torrey Hart, and then he has two children with his current wife, Eniko Hart. So these are his children. In a report, it says something about stepchildren, and these are in fact his children. Um, to my knowledge, these are his children. So the reports primarily suggests that Aniko Hart is unhappy about financial support, about $30,000 for Kevin Hart's children from his previous marriage to Torrey Hart. So it seems that all of this stemmed from his child support obligation to his children. And basically, I don't see that as a reason to divorce unless they can't come to an agreement. But I think that, I don't see how um, paying child support to his children could be, such a bad thing. Like, where is that a bad thing? But, those are his children. He is, the father of the children. So I could possibly see in some situations there are men that pay for other children that, are not biologically theirs, but these are Kevin Hart's children. So we also know that the couple has had uh public infidelity issues prior. We don't know if some of this is also in the disagreements that they're having right now. It may be. We don't know. But we don't know what is going on, specifically in their private marriage. So, despite the rumors, there is no official confirmation of a divorce filing that exists at this point, and claims largely originate from speculative posts. So, as we said, these are allegations um, in the marriage. It says that Aniko allegedly has filed this divorce. So I guess we have to actually wait and see um, what happens in their marriage. But this is the latest that's coming up, and I know a lot of people want to know. I do stories about divorce, stories about marriage, and a lot of other things. As I said, a lot of it relates back to taxes. So the everyday person, the celebrity, um, has information, or the everyday person can see how this relates, even for a celebrity, to their finances and their taxes. So when a person has a divorce, there are lots of things that change. So if you get divorced, uh, you're gonna have maybe a different amount of dependence. There's going to be a lot of stuff that has to go on with someone who gets divorce. So these are the reasons why I discuss this, because it's not only about the divorce itself, it's also about the impacts of, with taxes, and how that actually is affected. So some of the things that could change is filing status, alimony or spousal support, dependence, child dependence, as we said, even property transfers. Um, and a divorced parent may qualify for the more favorable tax status of head of household. Um, if they pay for more than half of the household costs uh, for more than half the year. So there's a lot of things that happens when a person has a divorce. So there's a lot of changes within a family. So this is why, I also talk about, these things: divorces, marriage, family um, situations and stories and reports, or um, business. As we know, we talk a lot about business up here. So business, and how business changes affect your taxes, or certain tax deductions, are now able, for you to get when you handle your business, or how people become rich by understanding how to file their taxes, or not just be reactive to their taxes, but to actually be proactive with their taxes. So this is a celebrity couple. So obviously, people want to know about Kevin Hart and his wife Eniko Hart as well, and want to know, if they are actually getting a divorce and why. So one of the main things we're hearing is about child support. And that is a big one. That is a big one, because I don't know how many of you would feel that he should continue to take care of his older children. I would say yes. I would say yes. Those are his children. But how many of you feel that maybe she has a point, and maybe he should not take care of his older children because they are over 18? Um, I guess that's a choice of, that's a matter of opinion for most people. But this is what is circulating, and these are the allegations. I will definitely keep up on this story and give you more information as it continues, because I know that divorce is never easy for any couple, but it does happen. And, there are things that affect the rest of the family as well. I could imagine, all of the parties. There are four children in all, you know, two, a couple and four children. And, this definitely, is going to affect everybody in some way. Divorce affects the whole family, not just, divorce or separation. It affects everyone, and it affects your finances. But I'm definitely going to keep up on this story if, it is found to be, in fact, they are getting a divorce, or if this was just speculation. But I will come back with the update. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Thanks for watching.